The readers are on. You know it's time to get serious. Let's talk about a missing person. I got my snack. I got my drink. You go get yours. Hit pause. Go ahead and go get it. And today we're talking about Jordan Wilson. Y'all, I've been meaning to talk about her for the ever longest. You know, I had all this information, all of it written down and more way back in like January. And then the Super Bowl happened. And then I talked about Kendrick Lamar and Drake and got totally sidetracked. I can't believe it, y'all. I know, I'm ashamed. So here we are. She's what's important. Anyway, she was 32 years old when she went missing on May the 13th of 2016. Now, Lord, y'all know I love a map, okay? Now, she went missing from Campbellville Loop Road, that area of Sipsey. Now, that's where that road is. This is the area of Sipsey. This is like, if there's a town, this is Sipsey. Got it good. Now, according to everything I done pieced together, everything, all the articles, and you know how that is. This one's going to say one thing, that one's going to say another, this, and you just piece it all together and try to put it together best way you can. So be patient with me. If there's something wrong, you know I didn't mean to. So if somebody in the comments, if y'all were going to say, well, this actually happened, I'm going to go off what you say too. So we're just all going to put everything together because you know how this is, right? Let's just go ahead and get that out in the air. You know good and well your friend Kimmy wouldn't put out anything that's inaccurate because you know I wouldn't do my girl Jordan bad like that. Right. So anywho, what happened was they say that she got into an argument with her common law husband. As we do, men be doing what they be doing. Well, that must have been in the evening or late May 13th. Okay, because she left and went to her friend's house over on that Campbellville Loop Road. And that road is in like East Walker County on the western side of Cullman County, okay? And over at that friend's house, there was a party going on. And according to some people, there was like 10 to 20 people there, and there was a whole lot of schmugs there. Now, sometime in the wee early hours, around 2 o'clock the next morning, around May 14th, her phone dies. Ain't nobody seen her since. So yeah, she wasn't actually reported missing until May the 18th of 2016 when her mom gets a phone call from someone saying that her body was found in a pond near that Campbellville Road. Of course, they all looked and she weren't there. They later went searching. They found her car down the road over on Busby Lane. Okay, now one article says Busby Lane is 1 mile down the road. One article said it's 7 miles down the road. Let me just tell you, it's not even a mile, y'all. 0.7 miles. So that article that says 7 miles, y'all, I don't know how in the world they couldn't read that. Maybe they thought that, I don't even know, y'all. Maybe Slickety Nicky read that. I don't know. Anyway, so she went missing from here, and then her car was found up there on Busby Lane. You get it. Anyway, moving on. Now, she was driving a black Kia at the time. Now, inside her black Kia, they found her cigarettes, her cell phone, and her purse. What they did not find was her driver's license, her makeup bag, and her debit card. They found that about a year later. Now, none of these articles that I'm finding says where they found that. Where they found her debit card, her driver's license, and her makeup bag. I would very much like that information. Maybe it's in my business. I don't know. But I would very much like to know. And for a minute there, they did have a person of interest. This trash bag's name is Willie Tolbert. He's not a good guy. Now, he was been arrested for attempted murder, domestic violence, and he was at the time accused of beating up a woman right about that same time in Bremen. Winner, chicken dinner, right, ladies? Ain't that somebody you want to take home to your mama? I mean, he ain't handsome. He's got the whole butthole chin thing going on. I bet he's not even forklift certified, y'all. Come on, be so for real. Anyway, ew. So in May of 2020, the Walker County Sheriff's Office and the Cullman County Sheriff's Office, they went out to search a wooded area in Cullman County, and they didn't find anything. They used horseback and everything. Didn't find anything. 2 years later, they also did a search on Mandy Williams Road that's about 5 minutes away from Campbellville Loop Road. Again, didn't find anything. So they're not giving up. The family's not giving up either. They are assuming that she's passed away, though. Her family did say that it would not be unusual for her to go away for like 2 days at a time, but never anything like this. Y'all, let's not forget, this is the heart of what we do. We say her name, we put her face out there, we love her family because they love her. This is what we really do. I want you to stop and think right now. If you went missing, what would your family do to get you back? They'd been heaven and earth for you. Now, if you're a mama, I want you to think about your children. Think about them just a second. Put them in your brain. Can you see them? All right. If they went missing right now, what would you do? What would you do to get them back? Now, I want you to think about them right now as a grown adult. Okay? Think about them. Even if, I'm not saying Jordan was, that's not the issue here, because nobody has said that she was in the middle of it. But we know that so many Walker County residents were, right? Because so many people were living in judgment of this. What if your grown children were in the middle of an addiction? Put them right here. Think about your babies, okay? Think about them grown up. Think about if they were in the middle of an addiction and they went missing. Would it change anything? Think about how much you love your children unconditionally right now. Right now. Would it change anything? Would you just let them go? Would you? Baby, you better get that deep 1,000 on my legs. We fixing to go look into the woods every single day. That's how their families feel about them. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put her name and her face out there because her mama's still out there looking for her every single day. So her name is Jordan Lee Wilson. If you know something, call the Cullman County Sheriff's Office.